What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, I will be summarizing Melody's latest interview with Black Men Sundays podcast right here on YouTube. And also, I'm going to be showing some of the highlights from her recent trip to New Orleans, or NOLA, where she had a speaking engagement. So before we get into the details, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. It will cause YouTube to recommend this video to more people who have similar interests, who also enjoy watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. They love following Melody online and they get inspired by her. Also, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I do offer a variety of content, including some reality TV star interviews, of course, TV show recaps, and so much more. All right, so with that being said, I want to talk about this really great interview, y'all, that Melody did with Black Men Sundays podcast. It looks like it is a brand new channel here on YouTube. I ask that you please look it up and definitely subscribe and check out this interview. So Melody, of course, she is great at explaining things. I feel like she speaks at a good pace. She's always energetic and enthusiastic about what she talks about. And so I feel like she greatly explains property preservation. While she did mention that in this interview, what Melody also got into was just talking about, the benefits of buying a home and, when to sell and when to hold on to your property. And I thought it was some great advice. So Melody actually said that she purchased her very first home in 2009 when she was only 23 years old. And she said that when you buy a home, location is key. She said that you want to purchase in areas where the values of homes in that area is increasing. And it just made me think about some factors that would kind of make a township or a city a great location. And I thought of like school districts, although you all know I don't have any kids, but my experience of being a loan officer, I know that a lot of people, especially a lot of white people, when they would be purchasing homes, they always would say, yeah, we really want to get into this neighborhood because it has a good school district. I'm not saying that everything that white people do is always correct or the thing to do, but that is just something that did come to my mind when I was watching this interview. Also, I thought about, if businesses are coming to the area, that will always make a township more attractive. If there's like a nearby gym, a movie theater that isn't too far, you're kind of close to the mall, have some variety of restaurants. Definitely a key location to buy property. So I thought that Melody gave that great piece of advice, especially for first-time home buyers. Great job, Melody. Also, Melody said to not be anxious. She said sometimes it's meant to sell your property, and then other times it's meant to hold on to the property. One thing that I appreciate about Melody is that whenever she talks about business, she always includes the spiritual side to it. I've said this before on another video a couple months back, that Melody Cherie reminds me of Oprah Winfrey when I've watched interviews of Oprah, and I feel this same type of motivation. Oprah always says that she has always taken her time making decisions. She said, the mistakes that I've made were from decisions that I rushed into it. She said, I take my time and basically meditate, I'm guessing, on the pros and cons. What could possibly happen if I move this way, if I go in that direction? And Oprah just says to take your time. Melody says the same exact thing. She said, don't be afraid to wait. And I think that that is awesome, especially because of the era that we live in. It's all about hustling and being on your grind and making all this money. And so Melody says, while it's key to have multiple streams of income, don't be afraid to wait. And she said, don't be anxious. In the words of the singing group Guy, just chill, okay? All right, so then Melody said that as far as home building, she said that she got into it in 2016 and with a specialization with design. Melody said that she would sit down with home buyers. She would listen to their vision to bring it to pass. And if you all have ever had a sales job, being a loan officer is a sales job because there's a ton of other banks and mortgage lenders that people could shop around for. So one trait of being a great salesperson is being a great listener. You want to hear those emotional goals, such as, I want to buy in this key location for the school district. I want my kids to be educated well. They may want to move closer to their parents who are aging, or perhaps they've always wanted to live near the beach. You want to be a good listener so that when you remind them of their goals, not only is that customer back focused on what they wanted to do, but they also know that you were listening, and that just helps to win them over. So that is something that I thought about when I watched this interview with Melody. And I just thought that that was so smart of her. And she said that, when she was in the home building business, she would listen to home buyers, what they thought of visually, and she would bring it to pass. And she said she also was known for having homes with very clean looks, the whites and the grays. And that's definitely super popular. A super modern visual for homes is the white and grays. It's very contemporary. And then you can always accent. With the white and grays, you could accent with turquoise or yellow or pink. I have a pink sofa. I'm going to have to post a picture on my community tab. But anyway, Melody explained that whenever you first start a business, it's always going to be an investment. And then after that, you should start to see a return on your investment. Then she used her property preservation class as an example. She said, some of my students, she said, well, yeah, my students pay $3,000 for my property preservation masterclass, but their very first order to, do the repairs on a home could be $3,000. Now you've broken even on your business. And then once you get the next order, now you're profitable. So I thought that was great. And, again, with real estate and home buying, that is something that, I say to people, your cash due at closing, to cover your down payment and your closing costs, that is your initial investment in your home. And then you can enjoy the home for as many years as you'd like. You can either pay it off, then own it free and clear and deliver yourself from a mortgage payment, or you can enjoy it for 10 years and then sell it and make some money, or enjoy it for some years and then rent it out. And then now, it's generating income for you every month. So I thought that that was great how she breaks that down. Especially in our community, the Black community, sometimes we don't have any mentors to explain money to us. So to have it broken down in such layman's terms, it's really a blessing. So definitely check out this interview. And so now let's talk about Melody being in New Orleans. And this was the gentleman who interviewed her on Black Men Sundays. So, as I stated earlier, Melody had a speaking engagement in New Orleans, or NOLA, and she showed where she and the kids and Dawn, they sampled some beignets. They looked scrumptious. And also she said that her hotel was beautiful. It was so peaceful, the courtyard, and that the hospitality was on point. She was also advised to go to Ruby Slippers for breakfast, and she totally enjoyed it. And she said that the event was very nice, and she stood on stage with the ladies who participated in the speaking engagement. I feel like ain't nobody beautiful than a Black woman, honey. And I thought they all looked so gorgeous on this picture on her IG stories. If you follow Melody Cherie on Instagram, definitely check out her stories. And so I actually want to share my screen with you all so that you can also just get more of a taste of Melody's time in New Orleans. I think that it is great. So I'm going to go ahead and, I think we are at the day. You know how Instagram is. Let's go ahead. All right, so you got to hear some of like a live band that they were enjoying down in NOLA. I think that that's awesome. There's so much culture down there. So I'm glad that she always shares a bit of her life with us. Melody is so generous that way. So yeah, I'm so happy to be reconnected with you all. You know that here in the Midwest, we have had some crazy storms, extreme weather, really bad since mid-June to be exact, like the past 2.5 months, but it was bananas this week. If you were watching my live where we dissected Funky Dineva disrespecting Black women, as well as a Manosphere channel that's got its monetization taken away, then you know that my internet like went out. I could hear it storming outside. It was crazy. So today I have the internet back. Thank you, God. And so I'm just so happy to make this video. I believe I'm going to make another video because Funky Dineva has apologized, okay? And then we need to take heed when somebody's apology is all cap. They're trying to be manipulative. So now that I have power, I can actually go grocery shopping. So that's what I'm going to do, and probably late tonight I'll make another video. But thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate your support. Please hit the like button on this video so that more people can find out about my channel, Shows, Style, and Spirit, and enjoy the content that I do from my heart. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Shows, Style, and Spirit. We are literally less than 3 weeks away from Love and Marriage Huntsville coming back with part 2 or B of season 6. So I am getting excited for sure. Are you? Please meet me in the comments, and I will talk with y'all soon. Bye.